Hello, I'm Nancy Southerland. I want to begin the class with asking you, why are you enrolled in this course? Pause the lecture and write your answer on your study notes. I would suspect that most of your answers will fall into several categories, including vocational interest, meaning that you plan to go into selling as a career or as a first job after graduation, or from a management interest, meaning that you plan to use the information in this course to improve your background in business management. For some of you, this is an elective course, indicating the course is required by your program or you need an additional elective. Some of you may have enrolled because of exploratory interest, indicating to me you're using the course to explore the sales field or might be interested in a sales job. Lastly, the course may just be the class time that simply fits into your schedule. Some of you are enrolled due to the flexibility of the online course versus the brick and mortar. Vocational, management, or exploratory interests are intrinsic, and reasons such as required course or convenient scheduling are extrinsic reasons for enrolling. Please make note of this information now and refer to it later when we discuss the motivational characteristics of successful salespeople. Learning selling skills is useful for everyone. The information in this course is valuable for everyone, even students that do not plan to go into sales. Characteristics of salespersons should be in all members of society. Be self-motivated as a person, be dependable and trustworthy, have ethical business, sales, personal behavior. Further, sales excellence demands customer and product knowledge, thereby building a trustful selling partnership. Students, as we are in this technological age, a salesperson must be able to use information technology. This should be a skill set of all societal members. Further, value increasing characteristics in a salesperson should include high communication skills, creativity, hopeful optimism, and confidence. Would you agree that you need these value-increasing behaviors, whether you formally market a tangible product or not? Let us consider several scenarios. Consider production. Should a production manager have a basic knowledge of selling? Why or why not? Production managers need to have a basic knowledge of the selling principles for two reasons. First, to do their job effectively, production managers must be able to present the needs of their functional area to other executives in the firm. For example, production managers use selling principles to influence management that new production equipment should be bought, or new manufacturing policies instituted. They also sell or negotiate with suppliers to provide raw materials or components at low prices. Production managers, like all managers, use selling principles to influence their subordinates to perform in the appropriate manner. Second, a knowledge of selling principles helps production managers develop a better understanding of the marketing concept and the need for all firm employees to be customer-oriented. By understanding the nature of selling and a salesperson's job, production managers realize the importance of assisting salespeople in satisfying customer needs, meeting delivery commitments, maintaining high-quality standards, building long-term relationships, etc. Of course, this same critical synthesis could be expanded to include almost any other vocational interests, such as becoming a lawyer or an accountant. Both professions build practice bases that are fully built over time, employing relational marketing to effect a true movement toward building a trustful relational partnership between themselves and their clients. In fact, businesses generating great gross dollars in sales only do this through relationships, meaning personal selling. Thus, with this said, I desire you to enter this classroom very focused and postured to employ the knowledge of selling skills into your personal lives. Thus, whether you enter a formal selling career or not, you will be able to employ the knowledge content of this course professionally. We will discover that selling content knowledge is useful for everyone. I will address a career in sales, meaning specifically the job distinctly representing a company tasked with a sales quota, calling on clients typically every day other than corporate meetings, company product launches, or when on personal time such as vacation. This is professional work, make no mistake. This line of work is truly exciting, as I have tenure in pharmaceutical sales. Please note that the complexity of most products requires acute knowledge of the salesperson. Generally, there will be no sales if there is not keen product knowledge exhibited by the salesperson. For the most part, a professional sales career is very lucrative, which is the reasoning that most enter, as success is rewarded with dollars earned. Some of the largest earnings are in professional sales. Likewise, the current marketplace demands the differentiation of products, which at most moments is done only through the professional salesperson. The plethora of products that are nearly indistinguishable are made distinguishable with the personal selling of the successful salesperson. You should reflect introspectively upon this statement. Frankly, major brand loyalty is typically reached by the continual due diligence of the sales force. If major brand loyalty of a product is secured by personal selling, the same results can be had by making yourself distinguishable with a definitive self-marketing plan. Further, the most extensive use of personal selling for business-to-business products can be related to the strengths of personal selling by the salesperson versus advertising for communicating complex messages. The technological age has attempted to mitigate the value of the human, yet the return on investment, the ROI, with a sales force is typically phenomenal. The investment in the cost of a face-to-face customer contact with the salesperson is around $400, almost 10,000 times more expensive than some other methods, radio or newspaper. Why is personal selling so expensive? Why do businesses stay with the salesperson since the cash outlay is greater? The answer to this question is that it is more effective at conveying messages to customers. Then ask, why is personal selling more effective in conveying messages? The answer is simply that people still prefer human interactions and the relational engagement resulting. I know personally when I access a business for a need by telephone, I typically hit 0 so that I can speak to a human. I typically do not employ a phone loop. The human is always more appealing to engage. How about you?